weeks later.
Oh, crap! Is it Sunday? Oh, speculate randomly floating text, but what are you doing here? Define work. No, I haven't even started it yet. Don't yell at me! I've just been playing Pokemon since Christmas. Really? Do I really need to explain Pokemon to any of you?
I mean, really, what is there to say? With the anime, the movies, the merchandise, the trading cards, and of course the video games, Pokemon has become a culture in and of itself. In fact, I find it very hard to find a game that I didn't like involving.
That doesn't count, it's from PETA. I don't even think people at PETA took that seriously. And while I'm on the conversation of that organization, damn it.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Randomly floating text. Am I still good on time? Oh, thank you. Huh? Oh, I'm not reviewing the game. Kinda want to keep my YouTube channel. Instead, I'm going to be talking about the short movie that came out just before Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. Pokemon Origins. Full disclosure, the Pokemon video games and the Pokemon anime kind of revolve around their own different universes. I say this because none of the original voice actors from the TV show apprised their roles. I'm not kidding. Professor Oak, different voice actor. Brock, the guy that played Izaya in Durarara. Misty? Fuck, she didn't even get a line. However, the plot is really good. It follows the story of a young boy named Red. He seeks to capture every Pokemon in the Kanto region and become Pokemon League champion, and that's essentially it. It's pretty much a complete adaptation of the first Pokemon games, Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. Normally I would complain about this, but it's actually a really faithful adaptation of the original games. For instance, Blue, Red's rival, is someone he grew up with, and every time they run into each other, it's automatically they gotta battle. This is what goes on in every Pokemon game, but it's kinda cool to see. And speaking of the fights, I think this is some of the best fighting animation that I've ever seen in any Pokemon movie in general. It's done realistically, and I love seeing that. There's no action-packed things, it's just done like a real Pokemon battle would probably look like. And with realistic Pokemon battles, you get very realistic animal-like cruelty. I mean, look at Red's face during this scene. That is a face that says, I did not see that coming, this looks incredibly painful and I should stop this, and let's face it, it was our faces of our childhood getting ruined by somebody other than Pokeshippers. But seriously, it is an incredibly faithful adaptation to the original video games. I mean, it even has the original music. Hell, it even has every town, including Lavender Town. Oh, I forgot about Lavender Town. Yeah, that place is fucking creepy. Oh yeah, don't act like you weren't creeped the hell out when you were a kid playing this, because even today, I still think Lavender Town is one of the most creepiest places in Pokemon history. And that's even including the recent Pokemon games with that creepy-ass elevator chick and, well, the whole backstory with the giant French dude that I dare not spoil. But honestly, by making Lavender Town creepy, it immerses me even more into it because I have the nostalgic feeling of, well, being creeped out playing the game. And honestly, I had a very hard time trying to find something I didn't like about this when I watched it the first time, but then I watched it again and started to notice a couple of things I really didn't like about it. For instance, I think Red is actually kinda bland. I know that they didn't have much to work with because, well, in the game, you are that character, so Red had to kinda be a blank canvas. But my god, this kid is so boring sometimes. I mean, a lot of the time he just stands there. Don't get me wrong, silent protagonists, yeah, that's a complete normal thing in video games, but hell, when they get adaptated, they at least make them do something and have some kind of characteristics besides that one thing that they did in the game. And of course, I have to talk about the English dubbed version of this. I know, I brought it up at the beginning of this review, but my god does it bother me. I mean, seriously, Johnny Young Bosch as Brock? You know how weird that sounds?
Fire-type Pokemon are weak against Rock-type Pokemon. You do understand that, right?
I don't get it. What are you trying to say?
Well, you do have other Pokemon available, don't you?
Huh?
If you try to battle only with Charmander, it's too difficult to defeat Rock-type Pokemon.
You see, it sounds weird, and of course, for the love of all that's holy, why didn't you get the original Professor Oak for this?
I mean, really? You couldn't get the guy that plays Professor Oak even to this day. Granted, now it's cameos, but come on, the man's been playing the role since... How long has this anime been out? Really? That long? Holy crap! I feel old! I'm not even 19 yet. I mean, that's a really long time! Oh, right, can't stay off topic. Okay. Really? Other than that little nitpick and kind of being a bit of a nostalgic douche, I really like this movie.
Like I've said a million times in this review already, it's an adaptation done right. It reminds us of the first time we ever played a Pokemon game, but manages to tie in all the things that go on in Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. I freaking loved it, and you know what? So will you. Now, at the time of this review, Pokemon Origins isn't released on DVD in America yet, but you probably could find a Japanese import on eBay, and I could not find a legal streaming site for this. So if you're watching this in the future, comment below on what links you can watch it legally on a legal streaming site.
So that was Pokemon Origins, and I guess, hey, it was really fun to review a movie video game adaptation. I know randomly floating text, but it's really hard to find those clips. Unless I don't want to become an ambassador for Crunchyroll. I guess I could do another reverse hair. Oh, I can work with that. Till next time, I'm the SuperAnimeGirl. And I gotta start getting to work.
It's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Pokemon.